All right, let's see who's here. Anybody here? Not upload. What the hell's my problem? Uh, Going live. That's what I'm doing. How you guys doing today? We got one like. What happened? Um, so we can definitely get into that directly. I know that's always like the question is like we have um, a title, any type of title, and that's always the question is like what's going on. So I posted something on Twitter. Actually, more of a retweet to somebody else, and it's interesting. It's very interesting. Wish I could show all here. The subscription system we can burn at least 9.5 billion Luna coins weekly. What are they talking about here? Um, 203 billion or 203 billion votes are abstain on this. Um, I'll give some people some time to get in here. I want to. What's my longest drive? Like in golf, at 313 yards. If you're talking about including roll, um, it was actually longer than that, but um, I don't hit it that far anymore. I think um, my longest drive last year was about 280 yards. That was my longest drive last year, but yeah, it hasn't been as long as it's been before because before I was just hitting it a long ways, like really really long. But yeah, I'm still happy with I'm still happy with the way that I'm driving it because the way that I was driving it on when I was on vacation in Florida last year, I was hitting it maybe 150 yards at times. It was not going anywhere. Like the drives just weren't going far enough. But now the drives are going decent. As long as they're going over 200 yards every time, I'm fine. Um, and typically I'm between that like 220 to 260 range. That's my typical range. I want to, hit it a lot further, but we'll see. We will see. As of now, there are 5.3 million, 5.23 millions of Lumic wallets in the Terra station, which is 5.03 is active. Each week there will be a donation challenge initiated at 12 UTC on Friday, and we will end at 12 UTC next Friday. According to this challenge, at least 40% of the wallets should donate um, at least $1 worth of Lunic to pre-burn wallet. That will be set by developers. 2.1 million with today's wallet numbers. If at least 40% of the wallet holders donate at least $1 worth of Lunic to the pre-burn wallet, they are they are more than welcome to donate more. Um, the amount gathered in the pre-burn wallet will be sent to the official burn wallet exactly at 12 UTC. Yeah. Um, the following Friday, with today's price, the wallet numbers will be burned at least. I'm just reading something really quick. Um, Burned at least $2.1 million worth of Lunic weekly. It could be much more if wallet owners decided to donate more USD. I'll show you what I'm reading can't um, since I'm not gonna stop reading it. To protect the donors who send those tokens to pre-burn wallet earlier in the weeks. Um, if at least, second, where was I at? Shoot, whatever. This will give us a chance to burn 8 times more than what Binance burns this week, which was around 1.4 billion. Um, that was a while ago, 12 days ago. Um, I did 12 days ago, but it's not passing. I mean, it should have been. it shouldn't have even been in. Well, it shouldn't be in vote right now, right? Don't they last like 7 days? I'm confused. Very confused. Let me refresh Terra Station. Seems weird. Governance, show all. Well, anyways, I saw a proposal. I wanted to talk about this because there's definitely some discussions, not this proposal specifically. I can give you my opinion on a proposal like that, but um, it's more of the reverse split proposal. People are saying that, hey, if we reverse split, we can decrease and take off that trillion, right? We would be decreasing a zero off of our overall portfolio or overall position, and then we can have an ability to still have a burn and still push up to a level of $1, but then make it more. Make it easier to get to a level of a penny, and easier to get to a level of 10 cents. So um, it's it's interesting to me. It's very interesting. So I put out a tweet yesterday, not this one with Doge, but this one, where it goes through a reverse split, right? Reverse split, Lunik 10-1. Now this was, I guess, 10-1. I don't really know where this is because I can't find it. Um, so yeah, but it basically talks about how reducing the circulating supply by 10x. I know supply goes to or from 6.9 to 690 billion. 0.2% tax is still in effect. Stock split stats for stocks median increase is 49% in price with a 347% increase in volume. Now, this is where it gets interesting, right? Because you start to compare it to the stock market. And to tell you the truth, you can't really compare crypto one to one to the stock market. You can't compare it directly to it. The reason why is because businesses function differently than projects, right? Projects are not flowing off of a P&L. They're not doing it, you know, um, where you have a underlying business to it, and then you have the product that's with it, or the service that's with it, or anything like that. Um, yeah, we can say it's a very bad proposal, but let's understand where people are coming from. So people are saying that yes, we can take a zero off, which is always great if you can find a way to take a zero off, right? If this was a not popular project, I can understand, and that's what I said here. Um, this works in projects without volume, which Lunic is not. Businesses do this in the stock market when interest is low. I don't believe this will be effective with Lunic because of the high percentage of investors that are in it for the gains, and this takes away a large chunk of that potential. So it's it's definitely something where you're like, all right, well, it takes away the beginning stages of selling, right? Um, and for most people that are in it, and believe it or not, everybody or a lot of people are in it because they want to see those larger gains, change their financial situation, all of those things, not just for the project and having a lot of success. We do want to revive the project, but we also want to get something in the process for being here and, helping revive the project. Um, so, so yeah, I don't think something like this would work because reverse splits really only work with things that are not popular, and Lunic is very, very popular. It's not losing interest. Um, I could tell you maybe it's losing a little bit of confidence, but it's not losing interest. Morning, Matt. Matt, you are amazing. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that a lot. Like, uh, like a lot. I really do. Very bad proposal. Crypto doesn't have cash flow and margins. What is this? Uh, economic illiteracy. Um, I'm here. Good morning. Good morning, DJ Trev. I was just looking at your Twitter followers. I don't know when you hit 2,000, but congratulations on 2,000 Twitter followers. You're definitely making some moves, slowly but surely getting there, and I'm sure one of these days, it will. One of your videos will just absolutely take off. Um, so congratulations on everything that you're doing on YouTube, on Twitter. You're definitely making some moves and seeing a lot of progress, more progress than what I saw in the beginning, more progress than what a lot of people that start on YouTube are seeing. So, congratulations on that. Um, but yeah, I think people start to, I don't know, muddy the waters when you look at um, crypto versus sorry, let me make sure I'm here. When you look at crypto versus the stock market, and it just doesn't work the same way. It doesn't flow the same way. So why would we do that? If the volume continues like this for Lunic, the burn from Binance could be big. If CZ continues to burn from January through March, so yes and no, right? Under Binance, they have the Binance Convert, right? Where a lot of people are moving to more of that Binance Convert thing. And it's not the best situation because Binance Convert has free fees or no fees. But their normal margin trading and spot trading, all of that has the fees associated with it. To which I believe we don't know what they're going to do, but they could be burning 50% of the fees, not 100% of the fees. But if they still burn 100% of the fees, will it be more? It will be a decent amount. Don't get me wrong. We could see a massive amount somewhere around, over 10 billion, maybe even 20 billion at that point. But that's 20 billion in 3 months. Um, they've burned 20 billion already in the first 3 months of them doing this, right? So we're seeing them kind of stay on par with everything. I would like to see them burn a lot more with all transactions rather than just the fees. And I think that's on us to try and not only pressure them to do it, but I think they're waiting on everybody else to do it, and then they'll try and implement something like that. Because if everybody is burning, they will join the party there. So I don't know. I'm still, no matter what, I'm happy with any burns that are going through because any burns are better than nothing. It's just we could do so much more, and we don't have the luxury of time. Time tends to ruin things in investments and crypto in the crypto market and all investments really. Reverse split. So when I have 1.5 million coins, I only have 15 coins or even less. So no, it depends how much they split it. So if they would do a split like this to where it is a 10 to 1, basically they're taking away 1 0. So if you have 1.5 million, you would have 150,000. That's how much you would have. It would go from 1.5 million to 150,000. However, you would have a higher price potential at that point. So it should be the same percentage unless we decide to burn down a lot of the um, supply that's there that's left, which is 690 billion. So I don't think it's the worst idea. If we didn't have volume, I wouldn't think it's the worst idea. That's what Safe Moon did. That's what a lot of stocks do. Is if they don't have the volume or don't have the interest, they do a reverse split, and they basically say, "I'm gonna take away a zero from this, or I'm gonna take away. Um, you're gonna give me 10 coins, and I'm gonna give you one." Um, and it makes it a better situation. Like if we're trying to get to $1 and repeg and all that stuff, not saying that this will physically get us there, but a split is the easiest way to get back to restoring it. But a lot of people's investments are at risk. So if you are investing, it takes away that possibility for a larger gain. It would give you a 50x gain versus a 5,000x gain, right? So it's just taking away potential for your gains. And if you're okay with that, it could work. But most people will not be okay with that because most people are in it for the investment or the gain side of things, not just seeing this all recover. Because yes, when it recovers, it'll get back to a normal state. We'll see more burning, we'll see more activity, we'll see more utility. But um, there's a major issue, which is people won't get the gains that they wanted, and then you might see interest lost. That's the problem, is that without the larger gains, now you have a loss of interest, especially in something that already has interest, has popularity. If you do a reverse split, you lose a lot of that interest. So, yeah. Wouldn't it help people more if you just burned all your daily bills? Wait, all your daily bills, wouldn't that help more people objectively? If you burned all your daily bills, what does that mean? Like you're saying burn all of our money? I wouldn't say that helps out. Um, yes, people should do it by transaction if you're buying something or selling something, because if we're looking for gains, then all of that, all of the taxes are eaten up by what you're buying. If you decide to just take $1 and burn it off, um, that's not necessarily doing too much um, for everyone, right? Because you're burning off $1, you're doing it voluntarily, and then there's another person that's not doing it voluntarily. That's why I don't think, or that's why I think that something like this, right, with a subscription system, we can burn at least 9.5 billion of Lunate coins weekly, apart from Binance burns. This most likely won't work either, because you're giving people the opportunity. When people are giving the opportunity, it's been proven that they choose greed over anything, right? They just choose not to do, what it says here, because they don't want to be the only ones that are doing it. It's just like, that middle school dance, right? Everybody had those middle school dances to where everybody's on the bleachers. We're all like lined up, and we're all waiting for the first couple of kids to go out there and start dancing. And it takes a while. It does take a while. You have a lot of chaperones that are trying to push people out to the dance floor so that they start dancing. But then you got that one kid that goes out there and starts breakdancing or something, and everybody else gets into it, and now everybody's dancing, right? Um, so it's difficult. It's very difficult. I don't think something like this would work unless we had well over 10% or 20% of people that are like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. But I don't even think it's that. I think people are still like, I'll do it if others are doing it. I won't do it if others aren't doing it. I can't Terra Station connect to MetaMask. I wouldn't trust them either. Wait, why can't Terra Station connect to MetaMask? I wouldn't trust them either. Then why are you asking if they can connect to MetaMask? Sorry, I'm lost there. I read on Terra Station that Lunatic's token validator is shutting down. So I haven't seen that. I've heard, this is the second time hearing that. So I haven't heard that, but it's quite possible. Good morning, Matt. Having Lunatic to $1, it seems a far-fetched goal. But how many coins do we need to burn right now to get at least to a penny? Greetings from Wisconsin. So we technically don't need to burn any to get to a penny. At the current state, if we wanted to stay at a 1 billion or 2 billion or $5 billion market cap, yes, we would need to burn a lot of coins, right? But if we're looking at it to get to a $60 billion market cap, that is a penny. I believe in a bull run, that's something with this much popularity, this many people that are invested into it for as long as they are, can push it up to a penny with more movement and a bull market. So we don't really need any type of burns to get to a penny. It's just getting to that multiples of a penny, right? 2x a penny, which is 2 pennies, 3 pennies, 4 pennies, 5 pennies. That starts to get dicey because you're looking at a $60 billion market cap for 1 penny. And then if you double that, that's a $120 billion market cap. It starts doubling a lot more. Right now, if you're doubling, you're going from $1 billion market cap to 2 billion, or going from 2 billion to 4 billion, or 4 billion to 8 billion, right? You're starting to double, and it's easier to get to some of these levels. However, once you start to get to a penny, well, now it's like $60 billion, I would have to double that in order to get to 2 pennies. That'll be difficult. I have several devs telling me Terra Station is not shutting down. No, they're saying not Terra Station is shutting down. They're saying that Lunatic's validator is shutting down. So not Terra Station in general, but Lunatic's validator. Did I breakdance? Um, it's a form of breakdancing. Yes, I went in there. I was. The problem is that when you go to like a nightclub or some place that has dancing or whatever, usually you have like a beer or something in your system there. When you're a kid, you don't. It's nothing but nerves, right? So, um, yeah, so I did go out there and break dance and stuff, and not like complete break dancing, but there was an actual break dance team to where people were doing windmills and um uh players and all these other things that were out there. So head spins and everything, and it was cool, and it got people in the dance floor, and it gave them the space to be able to do it. Because typically they don't have the floor to do it. Um, but they're able to do it during a dance and having fun. The problem is that if they're wearing, like, if it's like more of a suit type of dance, that's where it starts to get a little bit weird, because you're not going to have those people. But anyways, we're off topic, completely off topic. Um, so yeah, Matthew, have you heard about what's happening with the release of Luna One? Promised to open at 25 cents, and it released at 5 cents, and now it's at 1 cent. Is it a slow rug pull? Can you look into it, please? So, um, that's where it's gonna be tough. I'll probably have to take some time to really look into it. Is this it? You're currently at less than 1 cent. So for the last day, we're seeing it rise, right? It's up about 17%, I guess, probably because it dropped so far. But I do want to look at like some historical data to see how things have moved. So, um, so when did this actually go live? Let me go here. When did this actually go live? So it opened up, for at least on CoinMarketCap, it's showing 3 cents, and dropped all the way down to less than 1 cent. You are seeing a self-reported circulating supply of 199 million. The total amount that's there is in the billions. The dilution is real within this. I mean, absolutely real. Because again, and I don't know if this is it. Hopefully this is it. Oh, you can't see it. Anyways, hopefully this is it. Sorry about that. Um, Let me know if this is the one. You have Pi Network? I don't. No. A reverse split doesn't do anything to change the use case or utility. The same equity is still in the coin with less zero. So I would have to slightly disagree. I mean, there's always there's always some form of disagreement in some places, but I have to slightly disagree. The reason is because it will bring a utility or a use case back to the chain. Why? Not saying this split specifically. I would say if they would do a overall split, it would, but it would take away all of the interest and all of the gains. It would take away the gains, which takes away the interest. That's the problem. But it would bring us back to $1, which then we can see more of an ability to grow to a level of $2, $3, $4, $5, right? Which does reestablish the ability to repeg USTC. So it does get us in a way back to where we were and back to a better spot. The issue is that it will take away interest, because if you do have a reverse split, interest goes away, right? My 1000x gain that I thought that I can get is gone, right? My 10x gain is still here, 20x gain is still here, but once you get that, those people are out, and there's no reviving the whole entire thing again, because it's just going to be the same situation over again if you don't set people up for success. It's a problem there. So anyways, yes, that's it. Luna 1, right? Um, the problem that I'm seeing is that they're going to be able to dilute this forever. I mean, you're seeing 199 million total XLN. If you look at the max supply, 10 billion. They're going to be able to dilute this for a very, very long time. And I'm not talking about where it's diluted like, oh, well, you know what? They can just dilute it by 30%. No, they're going to add 100% of the supply every time. I don't know how it's being added, but they can add it. And there's a very small amount that's out there, meaning that you can continue to dilute, continue to dilute, continue to dilute. And it's not a good situation. There is $254,000 in volume today. If we wanted to look at the chain, um, 10.5 address, 10.5K addresses that are holding it. You probably do have a burn wallet. Yes, you have 41% in a burn wallet. You have one wallet that's holding 50%. Like it, I don't know what that's for, but you never have an open wallet that's not tied to anything that we can see towards the community. Like if it's not a community wallet, then or if staking wallet or something like that, which you don't need that much in staking, I I would never be a part of something like that. 50% in an open wallet. And then you have 5%. Well, that's in a contract address. You have 5% in the contract address. And then you have 0.2% in this wallet, 0.25%. But 50% is absolutely huge. That's a lot that goes into that one wallet, especially since there's only 199 million that's out there. I mean, just those two things really makes me think, no. If they're releasing a small amount of coins is where it gets iffy. It's a lot of times you have launches that take off, but there are some where you have launches that start high and people sell. They're given coins. They have the ability to get out of their position, and they do that. So I don't know what this will be, but you can see the difference from a $1 or $2 million market cap to a $97 million fully diluted market cap. So was it a rug pull? I don't know. Does it look like it's rug pull-ish? Yes. Why don't you read my donation? Where'd it go? Oh, sorry. Let's be real, bro. Luna is done. So I don't agree with that. I don't think Luna is done, and I want to hear what your definition of done is. Like it won't have any type of gains. We won't see anything. We won't see what we're hoping for to get to a penny or to get to a dollar or anything like that. People say that about every single cryptocurrency or every single investment right now because things don't look as positive as they did before. That's what bear markets are for. Bear markets are for creating, no offense, people like you, to where you question everything. And like, no offense, really, because it happens in all of us. I can tell you there are times where I look at a negative market and I'm like, shoot, is this thing ever going to come up? Like I start doubting myself. I start doubting everything else. And I'm sure other people do the same. The issue is that time and negativity, while you have that time, makes you question everything that happens. It happened within AMC, and AMC went up to like $76. After that, if I would have questioned it, I would have never made money there. However, AMC is down all the way down to a very low level of like $3 at this point, which, uh, you know, um, it still holds a lot of shorted shares, but we can get into um, all of that or short interest, and we can get into all that in like maybe the NFA channel or something. Um, but yeah, I understand what these negative times in the market do to people. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. They're shutting down the first validator and they purchased from someone else and just going with a new one they bought. Okay, so they're converting coins to the new one. I did see that. What's the percentage of the split and why? So the percentage of the split that they're proposing, which is not, it's not gonna like go through or ever have a chance to really go through, in my opinion, is like a 10-to-1 split. So basically taking away a zero from the total supply or taking away a zero from your supply or your balance. Um, and not dollar wise, but coin wise. But I do think uh, I do think that something like this, like I said, could work for the overall utility side of things, and recovering everything if you got it to a certain level and if everybody agreed on it. But the problem is that with us, we don't want to give up our gains like that. You know, we would give up a zero of our gains. So if we're looking to gain $100,000, $10,000 is all we're going to gain. If we're looking to gain $1,000,000, $100,000 is all we're going to gain, right? It doesn't really sound as good for everybody. Do a reverse split and focus on utility. I mean, some people think that way, and I don't think it's the worst idea ever. I just think it's a bad idea for Terra Luna Classic because with how much popularity we have, it decreases popularity if you do a reverse split. It does. Most people or most businesses and most places that do it because you don't have as much volume or interest. And Lunic has too much interest for you to do something like that. Uh, a reverse split wouldn't be a terrible idea. It would allow us to focus on utility, and the burns would be more than manageable. What do you mean the burns would be more than manageable? Because you know we're taking away a zero from the burns as well. Because if we have a decreased let's say if we do have that decreased supply to 690 billion, we're also looking at the price that's increasing or price potential that's increasing, which most likely the price will increase. When the price does increase, we're not burning as much. Right now, if we can find a way to burn very, very quickly before the price does increase off of that, um, which the price will increase because no matter what, we have a certain market cap. Right, the market cap's at 1 billion. Right, if it is at 1 billion, the price will increase. You know, as you have the certain holders that are there. Um, so I don't think it's like I said. I don't think it's a like the worst idea in the world. How's your lottery going, brother? I'm only losing in it. So yeah, I'm only losing in it too. I have an update coming today at 12 o'clock. It's like day 13. I even show my ticket that I have here. So I'm not going to show you the numbers, but I do have the ticket. Let me bring my screen up. So I do have the ticket here, one of the tickets, and this was through like December 27th, and then I just had one on the 30th, I believe. Yes, 30th or yeah, it was 30th, and I lost that one too. So it's not going well. I've spent a lot of money, and I've actually gained some money, but it's not enough to make up for how much I've spent. But I don't expect to break even in the first like week, 2 weeks, months, year, really. I hope to get to those levels, but I don't expect to, right? It's not really, um, proving me right if it happens in the first year. I want to see that it eventually happens. If it happens in the first 2 years, then great. Happens in the first 5 years, just know that I'm going to be spending a little over $1,000. It should be around $100 a month. It should be $1,200 a year or something like that. Um, yeah. So we'll see. We will see how that all plays out. But yeah, lottery's not going. It's going good. It's just not going great. You know, profit wise, guys. We have 187 people here. If you could hit the like button, please do so. It does help out the channel quite a bit. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Perry8K. Don't forget about my Patreon, guys. I have a Patreon that I'm posting to a lot more, giving people some updates on what I'm buying and, some educational stuff and being able to answer some comments and some things of that nature, which I'm going to allot some time. I'm going to find a way to allot some time to be on Patreon and just be responding to people on Patreon, and also with Discord. I want to spend some time to do all this stuff, but it's so difficult when you have kids that are home with you and you're trying to get through everything. It's going to be difficult in the summertime, I'll tell you that. It should be fun to be able to spend time with the kids, but I it's going to be difficult with Harper home, because then, like, I only have the ability to really uh, create videos and do 1 hour live streams all the time rather than the longer live streams. Yeah, if you want to go and follow me on Patreon, link is in the description as well. Um, where's the market at? So the market is slightly up today. Let me actually refresh this. The market is slightly up today at an 8.8 or $808 billion market cap. Bitcoin's dominance has decreased by 0.05%. You're seeing Ethereum down by 0.12%. So it's more of a consolidation day. I hope it doesn't get worse. It's more of a consolidation day. Don't say utility unless you can accurately define it. I don't think anyone can. Does utility mean for a coin or uh, just say it? Um, so utility is a thing, and I don't think there's much that's out there. I think when people say utility, they always want to see a underlying business to it that allows you to either spend it or use it, which means you have to buy it, and if you use it, you're spending it, right? So, like, if you have it in order to buy NFTs, or you have it in order to buy something in the metaverse, whatever that is, whatever the metaverse you're going into is, or you can use it for some sort of gas fees, which we do use it on the chain. If we have more projects that are building on the chain, we have more of a use for it. So there's a lot of use cases that could be out there. It's just use cases right now are not strong. The only strong use cases that we can see right now are the ones that we have in things like BNB or Ethereum, right? Where you have the strong gas fees based on how many projects are created on your chain. And Ethereum's being used or heavily being held because of the fact that people have to hold it in order to spend it, in order to buy something on Uniswap or buy something on Ethereum chain in MetaMask or Trust Wallet or whatever, right? Um, and I think that's where we can define use case to. But everything else, I really don't think we have a crazy solid use case that people want to spend money. The issue that we deal with for cryptocurrency is that people don't want to spend their investments. You don't see anybody come out and say, "Hey, here's my one share of Tesla and I will put a down payment for this car." Um, you really don't see that often. You can take a lot of your assets and use them within a loan, but still, um, or to back them as collateral. But the issue that we have is the fact that um, we I'm losing my train of thought because I read something. I hate when I do that. I hate when I do that. Yeah, we don't. Hey, Jesus, I just lost it again. Hmm. Whatever. I said what I needed to say. I'm basically just going to repeat myself. Jeez, man. I hate when I do that. I read something and then I get into wanting to answer that question. And then I lose my train of thought here. Um, Tomorrow, who's the guy? Wait, who's guy saying Lunic big news? We hit $1. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Where's it at? Who's saying it? One question. Should we expect some of movement from Coinbase listing? Well, I hope there's a Coinbase listing. This dude gonna mislead you for ad revenue. I mean, not really. So, I mean, if you want to say whatever you want to say, I mean, I open the floor to people, but if you're going to disrespect the live, then I have to get you out of here. So I usually respect people's opinion. Like MD, we have back and forths, and he doesn't agree with a lot of things that I say, but he does it by giving facts and backing all of that stuff up. That's why he's still here, you know. Um, but the fact that anybody would attack somebody else, that's just messed up. So no timeout I'm putting you in. I'm just gonna go ahead and get you out of here. So there's an explanation for why you're not here anymore. Um, Matt, can you explain reverse split? So reverse split is basically to where they give you one coin for a certain amount of coins. So I would basically have, let's say 10, because that's the scenario that's here. I would have 10 coins, and with my 10 coins, they would say, all right, you give me those 10 coins and I'll give you one, but it will be worth more. So then they give me that one, I give them 10, and now my potential is a lot, not a lot less, um, but I guess it takes away um, a little bit of that, a chunk of it. So if I have 10 and I'm looking for that to get to $1, it does get to $1. Now I have $10. But if they give me one and it does get to $1 based on that, well, now I have $1, right? So $1 with one, I have $1. That makes sense. Um, so the same thing would go for us, to where we have a million and they take away a zero because they're basically doing a 10 to 1. We would have 100,000 instead of a million. So it's giving you less coins, but it's making the overall position worth a little bit more. So for Terra Luna Classic, it would be easier to do something like that to completely recover the chain, but then all investors that got into it for a bigger outcome revenue wise, or profit wise, they would lose out on that potential because you're taking away a zero. Not lose out on all of it, but lose out on a zero of that potential, which could be a lot, right? If you're looking to gain a million, you're only going to gain 100,000. If you're looking to gain 100,000, you're only going to gain 10,000. So in order to get to the prices that you wanted to get to, now it still can burn off a lot, but again, it takes away from your, I would say, max potential, because once we get to a reasonable level, um, where we can reestablish the algorithm and repeg USTC, we're not going to decrease it more because we are taking away a zero. That makes sense. I know I was speaking on utilities. I pretty much said what I wanted to say, but I totally blanked. Why would people be upset by the coin split? Reduce the massive amount of Lunic that would never be burned otherwise. Binance only burned a fraction of what it potentially could have done too. Split. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I understand how people could see a benefit out of that. I do see where the benefits could be. The issue is that I worry. I worry about the amount of people that are in it only for the larger gains. And once they hit a certain level, they will be out of it completely because they don't feel as though we're going to see bigger burns. We're not going to see the same level of burns. We're going to see the same percentage wise burns, but we're not going to see bigger level of burns. So it's still going to be difficult to get to where we want to get to. But then if we split enough to where we automatically get there and nobody gains anything from the regular burning because we're not doing any burning. So this is what I'll say. If Terra Luna Classic starts to lose interest, then that does become an option, right? The reason why is because if they do, let's say we lose a bunch of holders and people are like, all right, well, this is not going to burn. We don't believe in burns. Nobody's burning or anything like that. Well, now we have to find a way to get it to the level of, $1, $2, so that we can find a way to repeg USTC. Then that does become a reality where we are going to see a reverse split. And I think it would be beneficial to see a reverse split. Right now, with popularity, we still have the ability to burn. And if we apply enough pressure as the community, if we do apply enough pressure, we will not see that reverse split. We will see everybody get a portion of their position burned off. And if we all take a hit, we all end up gaining in the end, right? And gaining a lot in the end. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just so difficult to see whether a reverse split will work without really doing it, because it all depends on what people do. If you're an investor and you see a reverse split and you see your position go from 1 million to 100,000, what do? Are you still holding on? Are you only holding on because you're maybe at a loss right now? And if you were at a gain, you would sell everything. It's These are the questions that we need to get answers to, and we can't get answers without actually doing it. A lot of people in here with a negative attitude. I understand. I mean, they could have a negative attitude. It's fine. As long as you're not attacking people, we can talk about how it could be a positive or negative thing, or how you feel about Terra Luna Classic versus how other people feel about it. Just come with facts. Like okay if you come with facts. Can you explain how in the internet era something will get viral twice, like Terra Luna Classic? Please explain. So, um, how something will go viral twice. First of all, I don't think Terra Luna Classic even went viral. There's still a large, amount of people that do not or did not want to invest into it because they didn't believe the FOMO or didn't see enough FOMO into it. This wasn't large, right? This is an increase at a lower end of the market when things were decreasing a lot lower. What will be viral, what will push this thing viral is a bull run, and you see this move because of how many people are invested. So it has not gone viral, but it things can go viral twice. You see Dogecoin make heavy moves, and I believe it will make heavy moves with the amount of people that are invested. Shiba Inu, I believe you will see the amount of people that are invested keep increasing, and you're going to see the overall market in a bull run, and you'll see Terra Luna Classic, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin not necessarily lead the way, but in volume and popularity, yeah, they will be right there. Reverse split will kill the market cap. Everyone will dump. So, um, yes and no. I think it will kill the current market cap, but then it will give it the ability to um, run to a lot higher levels, which will eventually increase the market cap. The coin will still be here no matter what, but the problem is that people will dump. You just will see less people that are holding. In one of your videos, you said it will not work. So what now? Understand that I'm still saying that it will not work in this situation. I don't know where people are confusing this. So it will not work for Lunic. I don't believe it will work for Lunic, right? Because of the fact that it's so popular. Typically, people do it in unpopular positions. So I'm saying that right now in Terra Luna Classic, it will not work. However, if popularity dies down, burning is not at the forefront, well, yes, a split becomes the only option to get this to a level to where we can expect this at a $40 billion market cap or $50 billion market cap in a bull run, right? Um, so if we get to that point where the bull run does happen and Terra Luna Classic does not have popularity, a split makes sense. A reverse split makes sense. Right now, it does not. The popularity is very high. It will kill popularity, and then you will see the market cap decrease heavily. Eventually, you'll see it increase again, but it will decrease heavily. The main question is, will Lunix survive 1.5 years, more of a bear market? That's if the bear market has 1.5 years in it. If so, then it's definitely something where you'll have time, which time is never really a good thing for a project, any project in a bear market. I think it will. It would survive that long. Um, and I think it would gain a lot more holders within it, because if it's going to continue to decrease and you're going to see it at lower and lower prices, it just makes it that much easier to, one, burn, and two, capture a lot more for people. So yes, it would survive in my opinion. Bro, do you trade on Forex? No, I don't. Uh, it will definitely shake out the weak minded. What, a split? I've never seen a successful reverse split. Not in the crypto market. No, I've never seen it. I've seen it in the stock market, but I haven't seen it in the crypto market. Um, Typically, the idea in the markets is to create a little more volume, a little more interest. And when you see that, a lot of times a reverse split will create a lot of negativity, and you'll see the price fall down. People will get out of the position, which creates a buying opportunity at some of those prices, a lot of those prices. If Lunik does a reverse split, they have to do 1,000 to 1. Yeah, if they're gonna go to that option to do a reverse split, in the end, when popularity is low, yes, I believe that's the level that they have to do, and we're gonna have to, at some point, we're either gonna have to accept the fact that we're gonna see a 10x, 20x, 30x return versus a 100 or 1,000x return, or maybe even 10,000x return, right? We're going to have to accept that we will see less of a return at some point if burning does not pick up. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Which other people may not be fine with it. They're like, oh, well, you know what? I'm not in it for a 60x return. If you're not in an investment and for a return, and you get 60x and you're disappointed by that, I don't know what to tell you. You should be excited about a 10x, 20x, 40, 50, 60x return versus a 10,000x return. I understand comparing the two. You're like, I would rather gain millions than gain tens of thousands, or maybe hundreds of thousands. And if we see it get to that point, that may be a point to where I may invest more, or just stick to what I've gained so far. So, yes, if popularity dies down, I will agree to that. If popularity dies down to an extent to where we don't see burning as an option because popularity is not high enough, reverse split would make sense. But there is not a reverse split now. There was proposals for it, and I can't find if there's a proposal right now. There was this one where it was a 10 to 1 split. It's 11, 12, 32. Ooh. So I don't see anything. I don't know if it got rejected. 11, 12. What is it? Wait, no, 11, 2, 3. What are we on right now? 11, 1. Passed? Posited? Oh, here we go. So it's something that's deposited, right? And they're talking about how this could be an option, a reverse split, 10 to 1 could get us close to $1, or it would bring us down from being in the trillion levels to billions, which is great to be able to see. The issue that we would deal with is, can we get to some of these levels that we would hope to get to? So $1, $2, $3, $5, not at a $690 billion or $690 billion market cap, or 690 billion coin supply. I'm gonna check out the rejected. No. So right now it's in deposit, which I believe um, deposit is just like funding, right? You get the funding for it. So people deposit Lunic to try and get this, um, at least voted on because they don't want to spend the money. It's a way of seeing if you support things. 1.2. Yeah, this is the thing we need to understand about taxes. God, I don't know why I'm so congested. Let me go and blow my nose and do all that disgusting stuff. Guys, thank you for hitting the like button. We're over 100 likes. I appreciate it. If you have a chance to hit the like button and you haven't, please do so. There's no sound, guys. I'm sorry. I'm literally behind on the chat, and I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I see so many comments. It's like no sound, no sound, no sound, no sound. We can't hear you. We can see your lips moving, but no sound. No sound. The guy needs a vacation. Probably he's burnt out. Not really. I'm fine. Here it is. You're back. So when I bring the chat back, then I could see that. Typically, I get a alert right away, but my chat was frozen so that I can give my little spiel, and my spiel was actually very long with no sound. So, tell you what, that's a good way to pick up the chat rate. Tell you that. Guy, he is script. I don't know what that means. 40 minutes until I catch up to the live. Most likely not going to make it before live is over. How do you know? I might be live for 24 hours. Matt, you don't read. I don't read. Especially since I saw Matt first, and that was the end of the sentence. So, dyslexic much? I can't even speak. Dyslexic much? Yes. Use dislike button to alert. I can't actually see the dislikes. It doesn't come up. What was your spill? My spill? What are you talking about? Matt, what's your thoughts on this 10-to-1 consolidation? I want value to build without consolidating my position. So what's my opinion on this 10-to-1 consolidation? Well, one, it's not receiving the funding or deposit that it needs, right? But what's my opinion is that it will not work in the situation that we're in. So it's pointless to bring up now. However, it's not pointless overall. I think this right here, a 10-to-1 split, would be pointless no matter what the situation is. A 10-to-1 split would just take out a zero and get us into the billions, which does give us the ability to burn off a lot and see, more that could be burned depending on how the split affects it. If it decreases the price to a level. Harper? Harper? Can you have applesauce? Yeah, you can have applesauce. Are you dressed? Can you go get dressed so mommy doesn't have to? Because mommy's gonna get up in a little bit and take you to the bus stop. So can you get dressed really fast and mommy will do your, huh? All right, thank you. Can you close the door? Thank you. All right, let's see. So yeah, I think in the end, I don't think 10-to-1 will really work. So if popularity dies down, 1,000-to-1 would probably be the best scenario if it dies down, right? Because and I believe MD had it right. I believe you brought it up. If you take away 3 zeros, you're looking at 1 or 6 like billion or something like that, right? You're looking at a lower overall supply. Now, it does take away the possibility to gain 100x, 1,000x, 2,000x, something like that, and brings you in the level of more 10x, 20x, 30x. But if popularity is dying within the position, you want to be able to recover it as quickly as possible. If you're not seeing burning by the first, full year or 2 years, you need to reevaluate the full situation and get it back to a point to where Terra Luna Classic and USTC can survive with their algorithm, their utility that we can build. Because if we can't get back to where we were, we don't have the previous utility as well as new utility that we're building. So It's definitely a tricky situation. I would say right now it's not even, it shouldn't even be, really in our minds, because we should be focusing on getting that supply down. And if we can, we don't have to do something like this. Talk about Wrap Terra Luna Classic. Coinbase listing, or potentially listing Terra Luna Classic. We haven't seen an announcement or anything. I know that the third was like that whole the day, where people were like, "Hey, it's going to happen." But a split could dump the price, because of people selling off. I don't disagree with that. But if we're seeing right now, we're seeing a lot of popularity, which means the price can hold, right? Um, doesn't mean that if we had a split, or it doesn't mean that if we had a split, would we see the price decrease? Yes, we would see less people that are willing to hold it because they know that they're not going to see as much gains, or they're going to see negativity based on the reverse split. So having a popular position and doing a reverse split does not mix. Having a less popular position, like say if Lunic does lose interest, then you're not going to see much of a decrease because people have already lost a ton of interest within the position. And then you do the split. But I don't think we will be at that point, because I believe that Terra Luna Classic will have a lot of interest for a very, very long time. It's doing nothing but gaining holders. Mic check. If government was abolished, because of their decentralization, who would pay the police? Are you talking to me about that? I don't know. The government wouldn't be abolished. Why would government be abolished? We should just let um we should just let the decentralization would be an option. Um, we should just let the devs do their thing in the first 3 months and look after that point. Yes, true. See where their path leads us, and if it leads us in the right direction, I'm for it. We, as the community, we tend to be indecisive, right? We'll believe one thing one day, depending on what we hear. We may end up resonating with someone else. You may end up being like, "Oh, you know what? Matt makes a lot of sense." But then someone else is like, "Oh, you know what? This person makes a lot of sense, or this person makes a lot of sense," and they're all in different areas there, all explaining something completely different. And can you imagine if you spent $1,000 instead of 40 when you bought Lunic? I know. I I can imagine it. I have imagined it. And I'm so pissed. I don't want to be upset. I don't like to bring emotions into trading. Um, but I am very, very pissed that MetaMask would not allow me, or my bank account, not MetaMask. MetaMask is fine. My bank account would not allow me, to buy more. So I had to spend what BNB I have in there. So that's one of the biggest reasons why when I go into my MetaMask now, um, so when I go into my MetaMask now, this is what you see right away. You're gonna go there and you're gonna see I have 5 BNB. Why do I have 5 BNB? Well, one, because I believe that BNB can see massive increases because of being at a $120 billion market cap, as well as all of the different utility that it does have. But another reason is so that I have money available if something like Terra Luna Classic happens again. Now, I'm not sure that Terra Luna Classic or something like that will happen again. But if it does, I'm ready for it. There's no like bank account issues that I'm going to have. BNB is in my wallet and I'm going to use it for whatever I need to use it for. So that's that's one of the biggest reasons why I have it in there, um, is so that I can make a purchase whenever the hell I want to. The master debater is hitting all his points this morning. Good insight on the reverse split. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. That I'm a master debater. Someone in his group was hounding me to join the Discord, to chat privately, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Um, I don't know who you're talking about. Um, let's see. Reverse split won't work because nobody wants to own part of an asset um, that has limited growth potential. Yeah, I would agree with that. Right now, I would definitely agree with that. But if we take, let's say, the only way we see massive potential, massive future potential and where Terra Luna Classic can go is by getting to a certain price point for both USTC and Terra Luna Classic. Well, then we start to get into the point where it's like um, we have a time frame, we have a window, and if the burning is not met within that window, um, we will not see the gains we want to see. So let's try and get the gains for everybody in a 10x, 20x, 30x, which would be that reverse split. So right now, yes, reverse split would not work. Um, I I believe it would kill popularity in Terra Luna Classic. Um, but in the future, if we see volume die down, reverse split could work. Um, because that's something that brings back. I wouldn't say like creating a version 2 or anything, but a complete reverse split. Matthew G. Perry. Let's talk about Jasmine or Algorand. I was talking about that in Claybro's stream with Pudgy. You want to talk about Jasmine or Algorand? Um, what do you want to talk about? I like Algorand. I have Algorand, and Algorand is currently at a low price, right? It's like at 18 cents or 19 cents. Where's Algo? Yeah, it's at 18.4. I feel like Algo has a lot of growth potential. Being at 18 cents and seeing where the total supply is, the max supply is like 10 billion, and seeing it at 7 billion. I mean, you really don't have much dilution that goes into it, and you have the ability to stake it. There's just so much positivity there. Jasmine Coin, on the other hand, can't say that I'm the biggest fan of it. I do want to see if they added anything there. Oh, wait, you know what? They were ones that added most of the supply. So you're looking at 0.003 with 50 billion coins. What a lot of people will see is they're like, oh, you know what? The prices for where this was at an all time high was $4. It can get back there. Understand that that would be at $1, it would be a $46 billion market cap. The point is can it get back to a $1.2 billion market cap, which would be a lot lower of a price than what we are seeing at this overall high point of $4 or $2 or even where they are here, right? This was at 27 cents where you saw a $1.2 billion market cap, and now seeing this at a $174 billion market or $1 million market cap, you're really only seeing this at pennies, low pennies, in order to get to a 1.2 billion. So Jasmine added not all of its supply, but most of its supply, and definitely does have potential to run. It's just not as much as people think. People are like, oh, well, this can get up to a a crazy price, back up to $4. That would be insane. And it would be insane because there's so much supply that's out there compared to what was out there. There was only like 10% of the supply that was out there at that point. Just wanted to talk about something else besides the split. I feel that we should focus more on Harvest Coin. Terra is going nowhere until both devs and exchanges are on the same page. We can't vote on pointless proposals. We can vote on pointless proposals all day, but until something is done, I sort of agree. Um, we do have, I wouldn't say that a lot of them are pointless. We do have proposals that are making some big changes, especially, just appointing the L1 task force and being able to pay people to do stuff. Um, and I'll say stuff because I don't know exactly what's being done. Let's talk about SOS. Let's not talk about SOS. If you're talking about the stock market, let's not talk about SOS because that gets me frustrated. This cat is laying on a box back there. He's weird. Um, we all feel that way. We all feel that way. The exchanges kept a lot of us from buying Luna during the crash, along with MetaMask. Yeah. What's crazy is not along with MetaMask. MetaMask didn't hold me back. The thing that held me back was my bank account. Right, my bank account was like, oh well, we don't agree with that transaction. Now they let the transaction go through, but they're like, and crazy thing is, I've done 10 transactions before then with MetaMask. So I bought, BNB on there. And that's typically how I would do it. Which is the way that I want to do it on Terra Station, but we haven't really gotten there yet. But they didn't hold me back when it comes to the price, because they actually showed the lowest price that it possibly was, and that's where I bought my original $43 worth. If I bought more, I would have a lot more. I turned $43 into $30,000. Imagine if I was able to spend $400 instead of $43. I'd spend $400, and that would have been $300,000. Or if I would have spent $1,000, that would have been a hell of a lot of money from a very small investment. And I'm not saying $1,000 is a crazy small investment, but I've risked more on plays that didn't have as much potential as Terra Luna Classic. And just seeing this grow a 70,000x or 70,000% return on my investment makes me feel a little bit upset with the fact that I could not buy more, and it makes me very angry with my bank. And that's why I have 2 different bank accounts now, or 3 different bank accounts, I believe. And it's all about trying to get the best, have it go through, and not have to constantly be on the phone being like, yeah, approve that transaction. I'm going to do it again right now. Approve it. It's just a whole issue. And I couldn't do that then because, one, the price moved very, very quickly. So I tried to buy something as quick as possible. I bought $43 worth, and then I went to go buy more. So I went to go buy more BNB and purchase more on top of that $43. But luckily, I bought the $43 before I went to go purchase BNB. So anyways, that was a whole ordeal. Hit the like button, peeps. Yes, hit the like buttons. Cats love boxes. They do. They do. Um, and apparently so do children, because Harper also tries to sit in the box. I don't know why. So we leave, like, kids love boxes. So we leave the box there, and she plays in the box. I don't know. Weird. Um, I might have done that when I was a kid. What do you see being the best coin of 2023 with the most potential? Um, like the most gain potential, or like so I'm trying to think of how to word this, because there's other things that I believe that has a lot of potential, but won't grow as much as something like a Terra Luna Classic, or like a Dogecoin, or like a SHIB. I think those will grow a hell of a lot, and we will have sleepers that will come out of nowhere that are going to completely change the game, sort of like what we saw in the the last bull market. We saw a lot of things come up that we didn't think would. I mean, some people did, but we didn't think would completely change the game there. Seeing Solana as high as it did, a lot of people believe that this would be huge, and I did see that it did have potential. Did I think it had that much potential? No. And Solana grew up to like 200 plus dollars. And then you're seeing, Ethereum that's growing, Bitcoin, obviously. You can see ADA, that's more of a come up. You do see Polygon, all these other things that come out of nowhere, not really out of nowhere, but come up where it's just sort of unexpected to rise that much, and everything absolutely exploded. So there may be sleepers there, and I'm interested to see who and what those sleepers are. So right now, I would say Terra Luna Classic has a lot of potential. I just invested money into Ren. If you didn't see my video on my NFA channel, definitely go and check that channel out. Let me bring up my my channel here. Community. So if you haven't seen my latest video on the NFA channel, which only has 152 views, I guess I didn't post it on my main channel here. But if you do want to go and check it out, go and check out my NFA channel. I do post videos on there as well. I just talked about Ren and how I made an investment on there. Also, if you guys want an update before videos like this come out, I'm on Patreon. And I put a lot of my buy alerts and sell alerts and stuff on there on Patreon. So definitely go ahead and check that out. Also, it's the best way of reaching out to me. You can reach out to me via the messenger, and we respond back and forth. I do want to take some more time to one up my Discord game so that people have notifications, because YouTube is doing a horrible job with notifications. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. I wonder if they're going to address the minting again, like with another proposal to completely remove that part. It's killing us. Yeah, no one likes minting. No one likes the thought of minting, and especially when your overall idea is to burn the coins, right? Burn the supply. Currently, that's like 17 million, give or take. The most potential Vault Inu, um, most potential Vault Inu and down. I don't know about that. Vault Inu is 2022's meme coin of the year. See, I don't like the term meme coin. I don't. People classify Shiba Inu and Dogecoin and even Lunac as a meme coin, and really there's a difference between something that's a meme and something that's popular. Yes, if it's created as a joke but becomes serious, it's not a meme coin. If it actually can have a solid use case to it, or has the potential to a solid use case to it, has a following behind it, it's not a meme coin anymore, right? If something is popular just based off of the fact that they're like, hey, you can gain a lot here, and this is all it's about is gains. No, I don't think that a coin like that it should be one of the most popular coins that are out there, or the most by market cap. Shiba Inu really started that way, where it's like you can gain more than what you can gain with Doge, but then it became a little bit more serious, especially with all of the freaking businesses and use cases that they're trying to build within the ecosystem, but not include Shiba Inu in it. Dogecoin, you're seeing potential use cases with it, but a lot of popularity where people take it seriously. If you look at Terra Luna Classic, a lot of people take that seriously as well, to where we're trying to restore the chain. If we can restore that, we can restore utility, and then build new utility on top of it, adding things to, adding new projects to the chain itself, building on chain, taking it more seriously than, no offense, something like a Vault Inu, which I just figure is a meme coin. I don't really like to deal with too many Inus. I mean, I have Shiba Inu, I have Zelda Inu, and that's pretty much it. And I mean, I just don't like all of the Inus, and I made a video about that. Don't buy this Inu. Does Vault serve a purpose? Keep hearing about Vault Inu. Not that I know of. Why did you hide Kristen? Oh, you were unhidden. There we go. Did you accidentally do that? How high you think Luna will hit? So right now I have the range of looking at without burns. A penny is definitely where we're standing as sort of not that absolute max, but somewhere between a penny and maybe 1.3 pennies or something like that. Max of $100 billion market cap. a $60 billion market cap would be a penny at this point. How can you not say it is a meme coin with a dog slash cat pick on the coin? So, and just because something has a dog pick or a cat pick on the coin, it doesn't mean that it's not as valuable or can be taken as seriously. Um, if somebody creates a business that is um, you don't say anything about, maybe businesses that have chicken wings on their logo or anything, or chickens, or something like that. It's because that business is solidly making money or something, right? You're seeing it in front of you and they're making money. They have customers and everything like that. Well, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu have customers as well, right? It's not necessarily a business, but you have investors, you have people that believe in the project, that believe that you can make money and that you can grow your wealth with something like that. So it's taken more seriously um, than a lot of other projects that are more for like, hey, this can 100x in 5 days type of thing. Like, you see all of those different things that they're trying to build within it. And Dogecoin, yes, they're like, oh, well, you know what? It's a cash grab in the beginning, but the thing is you create popularity one way, and then you build out what the overall path can be based on what that popularity is. So I understand where people are coming from, where they're like, oh, it's not a Bitcoin or Ethereum, because Ethereum has a B or has an actual coin associated with it, right? You can buy those coins on Amazon. Ethereum the same way. Um, so Popeyes is a meme chicken. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You can't. McDonald's mascot is a clown, and they make trillions in burger sales. That is 100% true. When people call you a clown, like, this is the way you look at it. Like, oh, you're a clown. Okay, I'll be a clown. If I'm making millions of dollars or trillions of dollars, making trillions of dollars in burger sales. I don't think they're making trillions. I mean, maybe they are. I don't know. They're making like billions, hundreds of millions at least. Um, if we're talking about uh, net revenue, then they're making way less. Gross revenue is probably insanely high. So, like, there's certain things that I don't consider a meme. If something is, say like with the Enus and Doge coins, like, or different Doge, coins that are created, the Inu coins, Doge coins, not actually Dogecoin, but like Buff Doge and Small Doge and Baby Doge and all of those. Those are created based on trying to attach itself to a meme, right? Attach itself to a actual project, right? And make that meme alive. Just like somebody has a video and then somebody takes a portion of that video and makes it a meme. I feel like they're trying to do that with Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and all of that. I understand you saying you can't have a dog pick. I think you can. I'll check again. Didn't give me any fees for transactions or highlight button to withdraw. We love clown food. I mean, it's not good for you, but yeah, I understand. You think Luna will hit $1? I mean, there's so much in that statement. Do I think it will hit $1? Um, with the way that we're going, at the pace that we're going right now, no. Um, do I think it has a chance, or can it hit $1? It has a chance. Anything has a chance to do it. I would say the chances are low right now until we start to see things that are playing out the right way. Can it hit a penny? Yes. Can it hit 10 cents? It's a better chance of hitting $1, but it's still going to be difficult because that's a $600 billion market cap at the current um, supply. Why are you guys dreaming $1? It's simply impossible. I don't think it's simply impossible. with a 6.9 trillion Luna plus. I don't see big burns no more. So yeah, that's what I mean. Is like if we don't see the big burns, then a dollar becomes more impossible every day that we don't see the burns. Um, and so I agree with you there. I do. Shib ain't a meme. I don't think it's a meme either. Do you think Tectonic has a future? So do I think Tectonic has a future? Yes, I think it has a future. The issue that I deal with Tectonic is that a lot of the supply of Tectonic is within the top 8 wallets. Um, and I don't like to see that all held up by the actual ecosystem. Like I understand what they're doing where you have staking, you have foundations, you have all these other pieces here, but that many coins should not be held up by the entire ecosystem. That's the only issue, the only gripe that I do have. I think they have solid movement. I think I don't agree with how much supply they do have in general, but you know they I guess everybody has a method to their madness or a reason to why they're choosing to do what they do. And I don't know if that reason is malicious or not. I just want Lunic to hit 35 cents and I'll net $1 million. How much do you hold? 350,000? Late with this comment because I'm working. Matt, some guy made a video interviewing the L1 dev yesterday. uh, trying to think of his name. Good way for you to know what is the plan. That's good. It's good. I actually have it. I have it queued up. So I've been listening to something. I don't know exactly when the interview takes place. I think you did clean it up a bit. Um, but you probably should have just left the original stream out there. And I understand how you have maybe some dead air in the beginning or dead space in the beginning. But I do have it queued up. I have that, and I have the Hawks Warriors game queued up. I'm not a Warriors fan. I just like seeing scoring and record breaking. So I have some things that are queued up while I'm finding what videos to do, what I'm researching, what I want to talk about the most, what came out of this live stream when it comes to comments and questions and all that stuff. While I'm doing that, I try and listen to any type of interviews or watch any videos on YouTube that I can, so that I can, get all the information that I need. We're going to go for about 12 more minutes. I don't know how long we've been streaming for, about an hour and 30 minutes. So we're going to go for about 12 more minutes, and then we're going to, hop off of here. 11 more minutes now. So yeah, I'll listen to a lot of it. I was listening to some of it, and then I got sidetracked with the fact that I had to cook dinner yesterday. So yeah, I tried as I was doing my research yesterday, but my research wasn't really a long uh, research process because Harper kept distracting me. So yeah, Donovan Mitchell scored 71 points last night. He scored 71. Wow, that's the largest since Kobe's 81, right? And that ties who, Oscar Robinson? Who is that? Somebody. I can't remember who it is. But it ties somebody. That's crazy. Because I know I gotta watch that then. How, like, a lot of threes? He's primarily known for, at least I knew him for a solid dunker. So if he scored that many points off of dunking on people, I'd be very impressed. I know he can shoot though. Let's reach for a penny. Let's reach for a penny first, then we can try and hit another goal. If you're waiting on a dollar, you will lose interest in Lunic after a while. That's 100% true. I think people that try and just wait for that ultimate goal to hit without taking any type of profit, you lose interest because you're not actually capturing the profit. It's like where you own a house, you know how much that house is worth. You know it's grown by maybe $100,000, and you know that if you sell it now, you can gain something out of it. But you don't want to move out of that house, even though you want to move to your forever home. I'm not saying that it's our situation, right? Even though you want to move to your forever home, you still realize that this is it's still not your money unless you decide to sell it, right? So if I decide to sell my house, I know that it would be worth that much, or worth a lot more. And then I can actually buy my forever home with the extra money that's there, or put the down payment there. But people want to capture a little bit more. Maybe it is my situation that I'm thinking about. But yeah, I totally agree with you. We have to think about the short-term goals first, and that lead up to that long-term goal that we want. Well, now I have to look up Donovan Mitchell scoring 71. It's the first thing that comes up. I typed in D-O, and not like, do you like chicken, or do you like um applesauce? I don't know. Or dude perfect. Nothing. Well, that's D-U. I can't spell apparently. But that's the first thing that comes. Donovan Mitchell, 71 points. um Record breaking 70 point. Um So he has the highest points scored for Cleveland, even though LeBron has been there and won championships and reps Cleveland hard. Um, wow. I do want to watch that, though. I got to watch every point scored. Don't tell me he started scoring at the end of the first quarter and still scored 70. That means if he would have started scoring in the beginning of the first quarter, he would have 100. I have a feeling that in today's world, and I know this is kind of completely switching topics, I have a feeling that in today's world and how they play basketball with nothing but threes, that record for 100 points is going to be broken. And um, I would love to see Steph Curry break it, because I feel like he's the best shooter we've ever seen. So for him to break it would be amazing, which I don't think he's that selfish to do it. You have to be selfish, like how Kobe was selfish, where he was like, I have to take over and score as much as I can. He scored 81 points. I have a feeling we're going to see somebody break 100 points soon. Um, and that would be insane, because I thought that record was completely unreachable until I saw Kobe do what he did, and still I was thinking that it was kind of unreachable or unattainable, because how much he put into that, and it still didn't get to 100 points. It had so many free throws and everything like that. But now in today's NBA, I'm telling you, it's just a proposal and deposit. Yes. So just to clear everything up, the split that I'm talking about, maybe I'll do a video as Curry fell off. Curry didn't fall off. He's just passing the ball a lot more. And then you have a lot of people on your team. He's always been an unselfish person, unless he has to be selfish. But that's why I like watching the Warriors, because they shoot a lot. Now everybody shoots a ton. So almost time for a morning cold shower. That gets you going. I'm telling you. Chip analyst is back. He's got a lot of messages for the chip community and the entire space. Um, Steve Bullrun. Steve, okay. Um, but Applesauce's other personality is pretty legit. What? Is a reverse split just standing up with your legs together? Asking for a friend. A reverse split standing up with your legs together? I guess so. If you're talking about the actual action of a reverse split, then yes. That's funny. Um, But yeah, the reverse split is just a proposal that's in deposit, which isn't really receiving the funding. Maybe I'm making it aware and people are like, hey, we should do a reverse split. I don't think this is necessary right now, but maybe in the next 6 months, we can definitely revisit something like this. Um, so yeah, we will see how that all works out. But right now it's in deposit. It's not something that's actually being voted on or, passing or anything like that. It's all about just trying to find a way for us to get to a level where we can repeg USTC, we can reestablish the algorithm, we can have utility, old utility back on chain. We can have new utility that's built with a lot of people that are interested in it. Still, hopefully, the same amount of holders, but the issue is that will a reverse split take away interest? And I think it will, but I think you will have a lot of people that still hold because people bought at higher levels. So if they're buying at higher levels, they want to see a gain at least in it. But once they see that gain, they're going to get out of the position faster than they would normally. Reverse split is a horrible idea for the little bags that only have 7 million. I wouldn't say little bags and only have 7 million. I mean, that's like a 25% of what I hold. It's less than that, but there are some people that have less than that have 100,000 or 300,000 or 400,000. So 7 million is a lesser amount than what some of the bigger holders have. Not me. I'm probably more in the middle. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from. You would turn your 7 million into 700,000. I would turn my 40 to 50 million into 5 million, right? Taking away a zero. Which it would be great if the coins that I had were worth more. And I knew that they did have a potential to go a lot higher in price because then it just makes you feel a little bit better about what you're holding. And it is, I wouldn't say it's horrible for the lower holders. It's not good for everybody because again, it does take away interest. And I also don't know how you would completely do that if you would, because that means that you would have to get everything from places that are off chain as well as on chain, and that would be difficult. I would rather have 7 million in my bag than 7,000. So you would have 700,000, not 7,000. The reverse split is only a 10 to 1 instead of a 1,000 to 1. 1,000 to 1 would be great. Because then it would bring it down to what, a 6 billion, 6.9 billion supply, which can easily get it to $1, which means you would have, as it does get to $1, you would have $7,000, and as it does go a lot higher, you would have a lot more as it does grow. So it does give you the potential to gain, but so does where we're at right now. Just a lot more of a potential. All right, guys. I'm going to have to sign out of here. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Guys, if you want to get any other updates that I have, I'm going to have videos posted on this channel, but I'm also going to have videos posted on the NFA channel. I have a golf channel. I have a reaction channel. I want to be able to take a lot of those 100% serious and, just create content. I love creating content. I love, making videos and showing different sides of me. It's always great. And if you guys want to follow me on Patreon and support something that's, I believe going to be, the future of what all of this can be. And, I think Patreon is great to be able to have conversations with individuals, to be able to share any information that I do have. And I want to use that or something like that as my main source of spreading all of the information to everybody. Matt, has a reverse split ever worked? Not in the crypto space, not that I know of. It's always been on things that have been less popular. So popularity hasn't didn't grow in those things. You still have people that are invested in those things, but popularity didn't grow in those things. So it hasn't worked. But if it would work in one position, I would say, um, Terra Luna Classic would probably be the one that I would think could work in the end. If popularity starts to decrease, this would bring popularity back up. If it does decrease. But also what will bring popularity back up is burning that supply, because if we see popularity die and the price starts to fall as well, we can see a better chance for burning. So that's always a possibility as well. Anyways, guys, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, links are in the description, follow my other channels, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you to all the mods, thank you to all the members, thank you for the super chats, thank you Richie's Plain Talk, and I forget who it was. I think it was somebody that I actually banned from the channel, so sorry that I did that, but I mean, I don't know. Anyways, guys, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you. And